Tab Constellations is now upon us. We've got 4 great nights coming up over the next 4 weeks, and Saturday night, what a way to start the carnival at Albion Park with so many features. Narissa McMullen joins us. She's in the hot seat. Narissa, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me on, Chris.
Let's start with race 2, your first drive on Saturday night. Hey, Mr. Taylor, he's a last start winner, but he is facing a second row draw. How do you assess his chances?
He's racing well, but he always finds the sort of Saturday night racing a little bit stronger. He needs plenty of luck and, just probably needs everything to go his way in these sort of races. But he will eventually win one. Just don't know if this week's will be the week.
Okay, you've got Gendon Strike in 1, Carla Jane drawn to your inside, so the inside of the second row. Is 3 fence an option for Hey Mr. Taylor here?
I think so. It's probably going to be the best spot for him.
He is going well, like he's sectionally really consistent, and it came as no surprise that last start win.
Yeah, exactly, and he can follow speed as well, so if we're sort of sitting there and get a good trip, he should finish off okay.
All right, another one for Ron Sellers, race 5, but this one's got a horrible draw, gate 7, Delightful Reason. Her last start, though, was terrific.
She's going super, but she keeps drawing bad in these Band 5 races, which just makes it hard for her. Probably just have to go back from the draw and sort of get a bit of luck, but she won't be far off winning one of these races as well.
Just looking at it, how do you assess that frontline speed? Is there just too much to your inside? Do you just want to grab up and go straight back, or do you sort of float off and have a bit of a look early?
Yeah, there looks to be a little bit of speed there. I think she's better if you don't really burn her, but in saying that, if she could sort of just float out and get a spot there, that'd make her chances a lot better.
That's got to be frustrating for Ronnie. She's going really well, but she just can't draw.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's move across now to race number 7, Infatuation. He continues to race in super form. Another one for Ronnie Sellers here. Drawn 2 off the second row. Just looking at this race, they're going to go hard. It's going to generate strong speed.
Yeah, if there's plenty of speed on, he'll finish off really well like he has been. And I think he can sort of run into the finish here.
Okay, the obvious question, do you look to go to the pegs early, or do you want to hold your spot one off?
Just have to sort of sum things up after the start. Probably depends how far back in the running line we are, but if there's plenty of speed on, he could sort of run into it. Just see what happens.
All right. Do you expect speed with Crunch Time drawn 1, Jillaby Kung Fu 4?
Yeah, I sort of think Jillaby Kung Fu probably has to press forward and Crunch Time in front. Hopefully there is a bit of speed on.
Okay, and your old mate's lining up here. It Ain't the Money. He's gone to the stables of Jason Grimson, so a change in scenery there?
Yeah, he could be a Swiftie in this too. He's going well as also. Yeah,
of course, he trialled in 1:49 there, chasing home I Cast No Shadow on Monday afternoon. But you do rate Infatuation as a solid chance there?
Yeah, I think he can sort of run into a place with the right run.
All right. The big one on Saturday night, the Group 2 Queensland Sun, first time being staged. Winner of this race guaranteed a spot in the Rising Sun, the Group 1 feature, the following week. This has been a target race for some time for Slip the Hundy. He was brilliant last week. Was that his best win last week?
I think so. He did plenty of work in the run and such quick time and still sort of did it fairly comfortably. He's a really good horse, and I just sort of try to let him do the talking, and hopefully he can continue to do that Saturday night.
Okay, went a tick over 51, winning this race here last week, and as you said, he was forced to do some work. How pleasing was it that, he proved to you that he's just as strong as what he is fast?
Yeah, that was very pleasing. He's just continued to improve with each run, and I think sort of getting a little bit of hard racing into him before going into Saturday night has probably been a really good thing, and I couldn't be happier with him this week. His work's been super.
Okay, so you've timed it to perfection. You'll run to the Queensland Sun?
I think so. I'm hoping sort of everything's going to plan, and couldn't be happier with him.
All right. What was the initial reaction when the barrier draw came out? 2 off the second line.
Initially I probably thought it wasn't a bad draw, but in saying that, sort of now that I've assessed things, maybe could be a little bit tricky. Manila Playboy's the big winner from the draw, I think. If he sort of slides to the front and gets it pretty easy out in front, he's going to be very hard to catch.
Okay. How do you rate the 3-year-old, the Redcliffe Derby winner, Tim's a Trooper in Gate 1?
Yeah, he's racing really well, and he's going to get the good trip, so he'll definitely make his presence felt in that also.
All right, but you're not swapping?
No, I wouldn't swap Hundy for anything in the field. You know, I think he's a really good horse, and hopefully he can sort of go out and prove me right.
Yeah, excellent. Let's hope he does. Race 9. Here's another stable star. I'm sure he's starting to push Hundy as far as being the stable favourite. Global Flight. 3 starts here, 3 wins, and he looks like he's getting bigger and stronger every time he starts.
Yeah, he is. He's just such a cool little fella. He does everything right and just wants to win, so that's all you can ask for.
Did he surprise you how well he got away last week?
Yeah, he did. He got away really well, but then he sort of seems like he eased himself up a little bit. I think he's probably got into the habit of that just with how they drove him in New Zealand, so hopefully we can hustle a little more early this week and hold the front would be good.
Well, last week was 2,600 metres. You're back to the 2,100, so it's going to take a good one to beat you on his current form.
Yeah, I think he probably prefers the 2,100 a little bit. So yeah, if we can lead up, he's going to be very hard to catch.
Doff your cap, is that the obvious horse to beat?
Oh, definitely. He was super last week and very quick, so probably got to just sort of make him chase.
Okay, so bottom line with Global Flight, have you reached the bottom of him just yet?
I don't think so. His work this week was super. He just feels big and strong, and he just loves his racing, so hopefully he just continues to get even better.
I asked that question because originally the DJA wasn't really part of his agenda, but given how he performed in those first 2 starts, you decided to have a throw at the stumps, and here we are. He's won his first heat, and he's probably going to start favourite for his second heat here on the weekend.
Yeah, it's a little bit unbelievable, really. Sort of bought him with this not in mind, but now he's actually a real chance in it. It's pretty exciting.
Okay, decision time now. You've got a good book of drives here on Saturday night. Which one is the one you're most looking forward to?
I'll go with Slip the Hundy.
Okay, Slip the Hundy in the main race, the Group 2 Queensland Sun. Narissa, as always, really appreciate the time. Fingers crossed, best of luck there on Saturday night.
Thanks, Chris.